Namaskarbebhya Sarvesham Hardam Swagatam. We'll start the class by chanting the 10 slokas. Krishno Rakshadu Manchara Chara Guruhu Krishna Namasyamyaham Krishne Namara Shatravo Virikataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha Krishna Deva Samudhidam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Bhaktira Janjalastu Bhagavan He Krishna Tubhya Namaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraika Panaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Mritatuhe Namaha Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Sarvesham Punaswagatam. So we'll continue with this chapter. So here, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam Yeta Jnanamiti Proktam Ajnana Yatatonyatha. So here, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. So Bhagavan already has the previous 3 slokas, he has, or 4 slokas, he has explained the various attributes or the practices that you have to follow to remove that upadhis, that your dependence on the upadhis, the importance you are giving to upadhis, that is the nimittam, no, or the conditioning that you are giving to the that is the Brahman, those kshetram, always called kshetram. You have to reduce the importance to those kshetrams. So he is continuing here in this. So here steadfastness in the knowledge of the self, adhyatma jnanam, that is self-knowledge, nityatvam, steadfastness in the knowledge of the self, and constant contemplation on the goal of the knowledge of reality. Tattva means reality, that is the goal of the darshanam is the contemplation or the thinking, constant thinking on the goal of knowledge of reality. That is what is the real thing, knowledge about that. We are after that. So these are required, and these two, these etat jnana miti proktam, it has been told these are the knowledges. This is the knowledge that is constantly thinking about the self. What is self? Who am I? That sort of questioning, always self, and seeking the real knowledge, the knowledge about the real thing. So that's what that are the 2 knowledges that has to be followed. And ajnana yatatonyatha, whatever else, that which is other than this is ignorance. It is ignorance. Ajnana yatatonyata. So other things are all ignorance. Only these 2 are the actual knowledge. So here, constant dwelling in the knowledge of the self. Who am I? That knowledge of the self. And these are the 2 final entries that for the 20 types of attributes that Bhagavan is telling to get rid of the importance of that we are giving to the upadhis or the limitations we are giving. So this is the one, adhyatma jnana nityatvam and tattva jnanartha darshanam. These 2 things will make up 20 totally. So we started with amanitvam, adambitvam, and all that. That is like that. We are now at 20. So tattva jnanartha, goal of knowledge is of a reality, is moksha or liberation. So we are seeking liberation, moksha. So if we want to make liberation as the goal, so we will inquire into ourselves, and we will also make the knowledge of the real thing our priority. If you want to make And that as the goal. Then it will be very easy to practice those 20 attributes that we have mentioned. It will not be difficult. If our goal, our intention is liberation. That's what Bhagavan is telling. So, and throughout the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is telling we are urged to lead an intelligent life. An intelligent life, Buddhi Yoga, Buddhi Yuktana. That is, everywhere he is stressing that should lead an intelligent life and ignorance-free life. We should not be ignorant, ignorance-free, free from ignorance. Ignorance-free life in the Gita, right from the beginning, Bhagavan is stressing on these things. Intelligent life, free from ignorance. So this is what the 20 attributes you have said. We initially, of course, I'll tell about it. So if this is means of knowledge, knowledge is that Parabrahman, or attaining that Parabrahman, that is the knowledge about that is the knowledge. Then what knowledge it reveals to us? So if you're seeking some knowledge, what is that knowledge? So how what knowledge does it reveal to us? If you follow these all these 20 attributes, etc., what will be revealed to? What will be revealed to us? This is what we will see next sloka. So here we'll continue with this.
Varalakshmi Ramesh Bhagini.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Whenever there is a samyukta akshara, you must see whether there is a possibility of jitvam. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Everywhere sort of stressing is coming. So wherever there is samyukta akshara, please keep a close watch on that. Here, adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Yes. Tattva-jnanartha darshanam.
Tattva-jnanartha darshanam. Tattva-jnanartha darshanam.
Yeda-jnanamiti proktam.
Yeda-jnanamiti proktam. Yeda-jnanamiti proktam.
Ajnanayyatatonyatha.
Ajnanayyadatonnyata. Ajnanayyadatonnyata.
Uttam. Well said.
Thank you.
Vatsala Bhagini.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Nita Bhagini. Anita Bhagini. Nagamani Bhagini.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Tattva-jnanartha darshanam.
Tattva-jnanartha darshanam. Tattva-jnanartha darshanam.
Yeda-jnanamiti proktam.
Yeda-jnanamiti proktam. Yeda-jnanamiti proktam.
Ajnanayyatonyatha.
Ajnanayyatonyatha. Ajnanayyatonyatha.
Uttam.
Dhanyawad.
Bholak Mahodaya.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Tattva jnanartha darshanam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Tattva jnanartha darshanam. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यततोऽन्यथा
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यतोऽन्यथा एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यतोऽन्यथा
उत्तम
धन्यवाद
प्रेमा श्रीराम भगिनी
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यततोऽन्यथा
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यततोऽन्यथा एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यततोऽन्यथा
उत्तम
थैंक यू सर
हेमा भगिनी
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यततोऽन्यथा
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यतोऽन्यथा
उत्तम
लक्ष्मी एच.एस. भगिनी
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यतोऽन्यथा
उत्तम
धन्यवाद
सपना भगिनी
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानय्यतोऽन्यथा
उत्तम here adhyatma this adhya is this is a samyuktakshara then itma is a samyuktakshara nya is also samyuktakshara so here there is a dirgha is there so there won't be much stress here but is a hraswa followed by a samyuktakshara you have to stress here also tattva see this is you have to also tattva jnanartha here again hraswa followed by samyuktakshara you have to stress that tattva jnanartha darshanam like that.
Do I chant again?
Yes, once again. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
Yes. Uttam. We'll continue. Nyeyayatat pravakshami yajñātvāmritamashnude anādimat param brahma nasattanna saduchyate. So here Bhagavan says Nyeyayatat pravakshami. I will describe to you what is to be known. Nyayam is what is to be known, I will tell you. By yajñātvā mritam asnude, that is knowing which you will immortality will be attained. Immortality, amritam, that is immortality will be attained. That is, I will tell you what is to be known, and knowing that you will be getting immortality. So that is the supreme Brahman, Param Brahma, Anadi means no beginning, without any beginning. So that is the supreme. We are going to talk about supreme Brahman. So that is the one to be known. Anati Matparam Brahma. That is the supreme Brahman is without beginning. Nasat Nasaduchyate. That is which is neither said to be neither manifest nor unmanifest. So here everything will be contradictory. So na sattan, so that is na sat, na asat, that is not manifest and nor unmanifest. So that is not manifest means it is not visible, it is not this thing. Not unmanifest is visible. So it is sort of contradictory things will be there. So we will see how we can resolve those contradictions. And it is without beginning, and this is the supreme Brahman. Supreme Brahman without beginning and eternal, and it is manifest and non-manifest also. So knowing this about Brahman, it is Amritam, it will be getting immortality. So here, so in the beginning of this chapter, Bhagavan described about Kshetra, field, and Kshetrajna, or knower of the field. It initially first slokas, 2 slokas was that. Then various aspects of the field, also known as we talked about the 24 Kshetras, such as the intellect, mind, the elements, etc. 24 of them. So we listed all the Kshetras, and we also said there is only one knower of the field. Of all Kshetras, there is only just one knower of all these fields. And we also, next slokas talked about 20 attributes, that is practices to cultivate, to reduce the importance we give to upadhis, and slowly uncover and get to know the Kshetrajna. Remove these upadhis and slowly get to know the Kshetrajna behind those veils. So after that, Sri Krishna gets to the main topic. So wants to reveal the real knowledge. What is Nyayam? Nyayam, Nyayai Yattat Pravakshami. What is to be known? He is going to talk about it. So here, there are many avenues are there for learning. Like we go to schools, we go to colleges, and we learn many things. We learn about what is in this Prakriti, in this what is manifest, and that is what we are studying. So nothing, no training will teach us about immortality. Immortality, that is no rebirth. About that, nothing will teach. So no permanent solution to end sorrows that we are experiencing in this world. There is no permanent solution to those things. So what is this immortality giving knowledge? Immortality giving knowledge, that is the liberating knowledge. What is this knowledge? It is Brahman, eternal essence. It's called eternal essence, and or Nyayam, or knowable. That is what is one which will give you immortality. Knowing which you will get immortality. So it is Brahman, the eternal essence within us and within everybody, everything else in this universe. That eternal essence is there in everything in this universe. It is Param, it is supreme. It is Anadimat Param Brahma. So it is without beginning, eternal without beginning. It is not manifest. It is also not unmanifest. So that's what Nasattan Nasaduchare. So it is not manifest and it's also not unmanifest. So eternal essence is beyond our even unconscious as well. Beyond our unconscious self, it is, we cannot sense it. It is beyond our unconscious also. So it is also difficult to understand the eternal essence. So, and the eternal essence cannot be comprehended by our mind and senses, because it is beyond mind and senses. We can't get it. It is only, it just flashes in our meditation, or maybe while we are completely immersed in some work. We are completely immersed in such situations. It might flash those knowledge about Brahman. It has happened to people, so that's what is. It is happening like that. It can only be obtained by negating everything that is not eternal essence. So getting all upadhis, you remove all the upas, negating. This is not eternal essence. This is not Brahman. This is not Brahman. This is not Brahman. go on negating. Finally, you will get to know what is Brahman. So by negating the upadhis and fields, we can finally arrive at Brahman. So, so now Sri Krishna proceeds step by step to negate the upadhis or the eternal upadhis of the eternal essence. That is, upadhis means limitations or the representations. Like we said, wave is an upadhi for water. So wave is nothing but water. So if you remove the wave, there is only water. So such upadhis, if you remove, then we'll see the Brahman finally. So this is what Bhagavan said. That is the thing. But Bhagavan will take you step by step. He will give you how to get over these upadhis. And though you have already talked about 20 attributes which you have to practice. After practicing that, we can get to know the Brahman. Of course, we should be continuously contemplating and eager to attain that, to know about Brahman. So here, Nyaya Yattat Pravakshyami. We'll continue to chant this.
Malini Bhagini.
Nyaya Yattat Pravakshyami.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि
Yajñātvāmritamashnuté.
यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते
Anādimat param brahma.
अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म
न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
Uttam.
Thank you.
Supriya Bhagini.
Nyayayattat pravakshami.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि
Yajñātvāmritamashnuté.
यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते
Anādimat param brahma.
अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म अनादिमत्परब्रह्म
न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
Uttam.
धन्यवाद.
Illavarasi Bhagini.
Nyayayattat pravakshami yajñātvāmritamashnuté.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते
Anādimat param brahma. न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
Uttam.
Vinoda Bhagini.
Nyayayattat pravakshami yajñātvāmritamashnuté. Anādimat param brahma न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
Uttam.
धन्यवाद.
Anasuya Bhagini. Anasuya Bhagini.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते
उत्तम.
धन्यवादः
Kanchana Shriram Bhagini. Kanchana Shriram Bhagini. Lakshmi Kiran Bhagini.
ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तानसदुच्यते न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते
उत्तम.
धन्यवाद.
Sapna Bhagini.
ज्ञेयै यत् ज्ञेयै यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते.
Uttam. So here Bhagavan is now trying to give some steps how to negate the upadhis, how to negate the upadhis of the eternal essence or the Brahman. So here, sarvataf panipadan tat, sarvataf, because here there is upatmaniya, followed by pakara, sarvataf panipadan tat, because anuswara followed by takara, padan tat, sarvatokshishiro mukham, sarvatokshishiro mukham, sarvatokshishiro mukham, sarvatah srutimal loke. Here anuswara by shakara, so we'll add another shakara. Sarvatah srutimal loke, sarvamavritya tishtati. Tishtati, this is Mahaprana, tishtati. So here Bhagavan says, with hands and legs everywhere, sarvatah panipadan tat. There is everywhere there's hands and legs. Sarvatah panipadam and sarvatokshishiro mukham. Everywhere eyes, shiraha, that is face, and mukham, mouth, everywhere. Everywhere. Sarvatah srutimal loke. So everywhere with eyes, ears everywhere. Sarvatah srutimal loke, with ears everywhere. And established in all the world. Loke sarvamavritya tishtati. Established in all the worlds, in all the world, and pervading all. It is there everywhere. It has got hands, legs everywhere, these eyes, face, mouth, ears everywhere. It is spread everywhere. Here, what upadhi he is trying to negate. So, SK, that is Sri Krishna, is using gently, gradual process to reveal the nature of Brahman or the eternal essence or Nyayam, knowable. So, slowly trying. It is easy for us to see action and sentience. We can see action in nature, we can see action. That is, somebody is moving, bird is flying, animal is running. We can see action. And also sentience. Sentience is the power to experience things, such as seeing a beautiful flower or listening to a beautiful song or something. That is experiencing something. So we see in nature. It is easy for us to see this happening in front of our eyes. It is happening to us also. We are moving our legs, we are moving hands. So experience things. In living creatures everywhere. Everywhere, throughout the world, throughout all the lokas, we can see living creatures having this action as well as the sentience. So action in living beings, symbolically represented by hands and legs. So here with hands and legs everywhere is told here in this sloka. So symbolically, it represents action. Represented by hands and legs, there is an eternal essence there. Wherever there is action, there is eternal essence there. Eternal essence, that is the Brahman, is there in that actions. And furthermore, sentience, that is the capacity or power to experience things in living beings, represented by eyes, heads, mouths, and ears, presence of eternal essence. Because whenever you sense something or experience something, there is that experiencer, the experiencing, that is, there is presence of eternal essence, presence of Brahman is there. So in action, presence of Brahman is there, and in the experiences that you are getting, there also Brahman is there. So eternal essence, that is the Brahman, pervades everywhere. And there is only one Brahman functioning through all our organs of knowledge and action. Knowledge of, organs of knowledge and action. We have seen Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. So only one external presence functioning through all organs of knowledge and action of all living creatures. In all the worlds, only one Brahman is acting there. So this is what organs of all living creatures may seem to limit external essence. So whenever we say that all living creatures, organs of all living creatures, when we say, may seem to limit the Brahman. So this only exists only in this. Brahman is existing only in the actions of all the living beings or the organs of sentience. It is not like that. It is no limit to it. It is not so in reality. There is no limit to Brahman. So this is what Bhagavan is saying in this Sarvatah Panipadantat Sarvatokshishiro Mukham Sarvatah Srutimal Loke Sarvamavritya Tishtati. So though we may think that it is limited by this, we think that is upadhi is there, a limitation is there. No, it's no limitation. It is spreading everywhere. Everything it is there. So it is, if you think that is the only limit for Brahman, it is not in reality. It's not in reality. So this is what Bhagavan says in this. So step by step, Bhagavan is trying to let us know, but we cannot comprehend it, but he's trying to negate the upadhis at least, so that it will become more and more clear to us. So we'll continue here.
Bhagini.
Sarvatah Panipadantat.
Sarvatah Pranipadantat. Sarvatah Pranipadantat.
Pani is hand, padam is legs. So Sarvatah Panipadantat.
Sarvatah Panipadantat. Sarvatah Panipadantat.
Sarvatokshishiro Mukham.
Sarvatokshishiro Mukham. Sarvatokshishiro Mukham.
Sarvatah Srutimal Loke.
Sarvatah Shrutimal Loke. Sarvatah Shrutimal Loke.
Sarvamavritya Tishtati.
Sarvamavritya Tishtati. Sarvamavritya Tishtati.
Uttam.
Dhanyavad.
Padma Vishwanathan Bhagini.
Sarvatah Panipadantat.
Sarvatah Panipadantat. Sarvatah Panipadantat.
Sarvatokshishiro Mukham.
Sarvatokshishiro Mukham. Sarvatokshishiro Mukham.
Sarvatah Srutimal Loke.
Sarvatah Shrutimal Loke. Sarvatah Shrutimal Loke.
Sarvamavritya Tishtati.
Sarvamavritya Tishtati. Sarvamavritya Tishtati.
Uttam.
Dhanyavad.
Kanchana Bhagini.
Sarvatah Panipadantat. sarvatokshishiro mukham.
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वदः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति.
Tishtati. Don't elongate. Tishtati. Okay.
तिष्ठति.
Uttam.
Raghunath Mahodaya.
Sarvatah panipadan tat sarvatokshishiro mukham sarvatah shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरो मुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति. धन्यवाद.
Lakshmi HS Bhagini.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति.
Uttam.
धन्यवाद.
Lakshmi Kiran Bhagini.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति.
Uttam. So Bhagavan is continuing here. So sarvendriya guna bhasam sarvendriya vivarjitam asaktam sarva bhrichaiva nirgunang guna bhoktricha. So here sarvendriya guna bhasam. So illuminating the sense functions. Sarvendriya, all indriyas, are all the sense organs. So guna bhasam, that is illuminating all the sense organs, functions, and sarvendriya vivarjitam, yet devoid of the senses. Sarvendriya vivarjitam. It is illuminating all the sense functions, but it is devoid of senses. It is devoid of the sarvendriya vivarjitam, devoid of senses. Asaktam, that is unattached. You know that asaktam is unattached. Sarva bhrichaiva. Sarvabrit, that is yet the supporter of all, unattached but supporter of all. So these are all some of the contradictions that we come across here. Asaktam, that is detached, unattached. Sarvabrichaya, but again supporting all. Nirgunam, that is without qualities. Guna, and also guna bhoktricha. Guna bhoktricha, that is experiencer of the qualities. It is without quality, but also experiences all the qualities. So here, so step by step, Bhagavan is trying to explain what is Nyayam, that is to be known by answering three questions with respect to relationship with the organs. So Sri Krishna explains Nyayam, which is eternal essence, that we told Nyayam, Brahman, everything is same, but only all are synonymous, by giving its relationship with the sense organs. That is eyes, mouth, and action organs like hands, legs, etc. So can external exist, that is eternal Brahman exist without the organs? Without the organs. So Sri Krishna says that the eternal essence, Brahman, can exist without sense and action organs. It is devoid of the senses. Though it is illuminating, it is devoid, it can exist without sense and action organs. So, sarvendriya guna bhasam. Can the Brahman exist without sense organs? So, Bhagavan says eternal essence can exist without sense and action organs, it is devoid of the senses. Organs of sense and action are one of the means by which the eternal essence expresses itself. So the very the reality, so this thing depends on the external, the Brahman. Everything happens because of Brahman, but Brahman can exist without that also. Wave, maybe wave cannot exist by itself. Water has to be there. So water, but water can exist without wave. Wave cannot exist without water. So this is what it is. So organs of sense and action, that is Jnanendriya and Karmendriya, are one of the means by which the Brahman expresses itself. It has the power to adopt itself to any form of expression. Any form of expression of human beings, it can adopt behind all these actions and sense experience. Eternal as Brahman is there, but it's all an upadhi, it's all limitation only. All sort of expressions are limitations only. The Brahman can exist without those also. Without those also, Brahman can exist. So second, can the organs of sense and action exist without eternal existence? First one, whether the Brahman can exist without those sense organs, actions of organs of action and senses. Second one is, can the organs of sense and action exist without eternal essence? That is the Brahman. No. So the Brahman is Sarvabhrit, that is supporter of all the upadhis. Brahman is supporting all the upadhis. That is the expressions, all the expressions, everything is supported by Brahman in the form of the eastness or the existence. It exists because of Brahman. All forms of expression, everything exists because of Brahman. But Brahman can exist without those things. So the eastness of everything is provided by the Brahman. Like water provides eastness to waves. Waves exist because of water. So like that, Brahman is providing that eastness or its existence to all these organs of action and senses. But the Brahman always remains asaktam. That is, we have the word here asaktam. We have word here asaktam, detached. It always detached from the upadhis, from all these upadhis. That is these organs, expressions of the organs of action and the senses. It is detached from that. Though it is the supporter of everything. Supporter of everything, sarvabhrichaiva. So he is a supporter of everything, but it is undetached from those things. And again, senses are made up of three qualities. Senses, as we have seen also earlier, senses, gunas, three gunas, qualities of gunas called sattva, rajas, and tamas. You know these three qualities. They go out to the world. These indriyas, jnanendriyas, our eyes, ears, and mouth, they go out to the world and chase sense objects, which are made of same gunas. So we like something, whatever our gunas are there in our senses, we'll search for those gunas, and after that we are going. So guna guneshu vartante. We have seen this earlier in second chapter. So how does eternal essence fit into this play of the senses? So Bhagavan says these qualities or gunas are also upadhis. They are also limitations. These gunas are also limitations. Therefore, Brahman is nirgunam. These are upadhis. Upadhis means there is no, Brahman is supporting that, but Brahman is detached from that. So that's why Brahman is nirgunam. Brahman has no gunas. But these are upadhis, that is the limitations. These have these gunas. So not attached to qualities. So what the senses play, when the senses play with their sense objects. So when we see something attractive, there's a play is going on, that we are attracted to that, whatever we see. The upadis of sattva, rajas and tamas are transformed. So it is sattva guna or raja guna or tamo guna, we know that. So into upadis of joy. So when you see a nice flower or nice this thing, it becomes joy. Upadis of joy. When you see that guna, so you are that guna of appreciating good flowers. So when you see a good flower, that joy is there. So there is an upadi. Your joy is the seeing that action. It is converted to joy. So that joy is also an upadi. It's a limitation. And sorrow. If you see something which is not palatable or not likely, so you become sorrow and delusion and so on. So these will happen when if you don't if you see something you don't like it, you get sorrow, and it's a delusion. So all these things are also upadis. So the mind, when it participates in this process, becomes experiencer. The mind experiences these things on account of the presence of Brahman. So the Brahman is there. Because of that, it experiences this joy, sorrow, and delusion. But everything is upadi only. But Brahman can exist without that also. So suppose you have no reaction when you see a flower or something. Brahman is existing, and this thing upadi is not there. Upadi is not there. So here, so in all the three cases, that is first, can Brahman exist without sense and action organs, or can the organs of sense and action exist without eternal essence? And how does eternal essence, Brahman, fit into the play of the senses? In all these three answers, we find the Brahman is always unattached to organs of action and of action and senses, and the three qualities. It is unattached. So, but the Brahman takes on the conditioning or the upadi of the organs as though it moves and it has moves and it is as though supports their existence. So Brahman is there behind those upadis, that is joy, and you are seeing that gunas. But it will think that Brahman is supporting those as though Brahman is supporting those actions, so their existence. So when actually the Brahman takes the upadis and the three gunas, as though becomes the experiencer. Everything is as though. So because the phrase as though is an addition or superimposition of upadis, only due to ignorance. So Brahman doesn't take part in those. Brahman is enabling those actions, those raga, that is the experience that you are getting, or the actions that you are doing. Brahman is supporting that, but Brahman is unattached to those things. Brahman is unattached. So this is what Bhagavan says here. And here, so in this sloka, in the previous sloka, Brahman is that which has hands, legs, eyes, mouth, everywhere. That's what we told in the previous sloka. In this sloka, Bhagavan says that Brahman is that which has hands, eyes, legs, mouth, etc. as upadis. That is conditionings. In previous sloka, Bhagavan said the Brahman has got legs, so many legs, hands and mouth, etc. Here, Bhagavan says everything is like an upadi. So hands, mouth, etc. as an upadi conditioning. In other words, Bhagavan said first said the organs exist, and now he negates them by making them upadis. Earlier, the previous sloka, he said everything is there, legs are there, everything is there. Legs and hands means organs of action. So they're there, but here he negates everything. He says everything is as an upadi. That's only a condition. It is when his condition is there, it is not Brahman. It is because it is there because of Brahman, but Brahman is not there. So he negates it by making them as upadhis. This process is called step-by-step process and getting closer to the Brahman by first asserting something and then negating it. Oh, this is like this, like this. Then next argument, Bhagavan says, it is not that, it's not that. It is in the way it is not like that. So step-by-step process, first asserting and then negating. So by this process, we get closer and closer to the knowledge of Brahman. So I think we have talked. I hope I have been able to convey something. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the next class. We'll stop here. Samapayamaha with a Shanti mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. धन्यवादः पुनर्मिलामः. राम राम राम.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.